Hi everyone, welcome to our second ever devlog. Today I'm going to be answering questions that we've picked up from our social media and from forums. I'll also be giving you an insight into what the team have been up to this week, and I'll be introducing our first ever community spotlight. So I'll go straight in with the questions. The first question is, when will trade posts be available? Trade posts will actually be in the MMO. As you know, the MMO beta should be out towards the end of this year and into 2016. This is because the trade posts will be using in-depth mechanics that might not scale so well in Life is Feudal on, but we are going to be introducing trade via character interaction. So you can roleplay, you can designate an area which will be the trade post, and you guys can all meet up there, and then that's where you interact and do your trading. And that brings me on to the second question, which is simply, will there be trade between characters? So yes, there will be. This is going to be in Life is Feudal on, and yes, you can do this with coins. And the third question is, will there be shops? There aren't any dedicated shops. All trade will be done via character interaction. But you could be a carpenter or a blacksmith, and you can get people to come to a particular area, and you can do your trade there, so you can roleplay that you have your own shops. Question 4. When will we be able to make alliances between guilds? Again, this is advanced guild mechanics, and this will be done via a special web interface. Again, this is going to be in the MMO. In Life is Feudal on, you can have verbal agreements using a global chat between different guilds and let the GM know, so you can just kind of follow those rules. Question 5. Will there be an option to give ranks among guild members? So, for example, you might have the king who can do everything, or maybe a captain who can do most things, open and shut doors and open crates, for example, and maybe a soldier who can only open and close doors. So actually, guilds weren't actually supposed to be in Life is Feudal on, but due to player demand, we knew we had to do that for you guys. But some of the systems are really advanced and may not be able to scale well on Life is Feudal on. So yes, this will be available in the MMO. In Life is Feudal on, GMs can determine what can and can't be done on claimed land, and then it's up to the guild owners to determine who's worthy of their guild. You can kind of roleplay which roles are given to people in that way. Question 6. When will there be an option to force items to refresh in and out of the game environment while the server is active? Writing SQL is simple, but it doesn't update until the server has been rebooted. We'll probably be looking into this post-release of the MMO. As you said in the question, writing SQL is pretty simple, and hopefully the players on a modded server will be understanding if you do need to reboot. And lastly, how old is Boris? Boris is 4 years old. So hopefully that's answered some of the questions that you guys had, and now I want to talk to you about what we've been up to this week. Firstly, I'm happy to say that we have been completely on target with our roadmap, and this week the team have been working on the mechanics for siege damage and researching and looking into various siege weapons. As well as this, the team have been working super hard to meet the second April goal, throwing weapons. So prepare yourself for the end of April, where we'll be introducing the blueprints for naphtha grenades. The art guys have also been working on some new character models and new GUIs. If you weren't aware, we have a suggestions page on our website where you guys can come on and submit, vote for and discuss suggestions for the game. And you'll see that we've actually implemented 2 GUIs for you guys to vote on. And at the moment, you are leaning towards the volumetric GUI, which has got 3 times more votes than the flat GUI. If you want to get involved and have your say, visit the website, which I'll link down below. The team have been working on the usual optimization and bug fixes. If you do find a bug or a glitch, please report it via the Mantis bug tracker. This really helps us because it keeps everything in one place, and you guys can come and keep track, and we can keep track, and we'll work really hard on fixing the issue. So we just want to thank you for your patience and understanding with that. So lastly, this is our first community spotlight. I want to introduce Mr. Feudal. Mr. Feudal has his own blog where he discusses the game, he's got walkthroughs and tutorials and talks about his in-game experience. He also has a YouTube channel, which is awesome. I'll link that below for you. Thank you, Mr. Feudal, for your support. It's awesome to see people getting involved. So that's it for today. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time for our third devlog.